Hello. Stanley Scott with the African American Economic Recovery Think Tank in Jacksonville, Florida. 2025. Before we kick it, I'm gonna just put on a little smooth jazz. Yes. So come on in. Yeah, because we're gonna. This is gonna be the first video for 2025, and this is just I would say hello. I want to say hello to my people. Yes, let me say it again. I want to say hello to my people in Africa and in America. I'm with the African American Economic Recovery Think Tank, and I wanted to send this out to you to let you know. Oh, let me drop that. That's Luther. Little Luther from the past. Yeah, let's check that out. 1, 2, 3, hit it. Yeah. Smooth jazz. Courtesy of DJ Sapphire. Let me put the disclaimer in. I do not own this music. Let me say it again. I do not own this music. Yes, this is DJ Sapphire in London. Yeah, I've been in London many years ago. Yeah, many years ago, I had the opportunity to do a shopping trip to London. I was stationed. I was in the Navy. Had to be in 1979. I went to London with the military. I was about 200 miles from the North Pole in a place called Cooperative, Iceland. So some of you military people have been there. When I was there in Cooperative, Iceland, our job was to keep an eye on Russian submarines. Let me say it again. Our mission was to keep eyes on Russian submarines coming out of Russia. And that's where I started my first DJ job with Hammerhead Production. That's 40 years ago. My goodness. But it's all good. Because during that time, when I left the military, I continued the business as a civilian contractor. Yes, I worked for the military for about 15 years. During that time, I say about 1981, I was grossing anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. That's right, $50,000 to $100,000 in 1981. The average car payment was $100. Well, that's just a little reflection. Yes, good time. Now, I have been in civil rights, economic civil rights, for 50 years. At the present time, I own and run the African American Economic Recovery Think Tank. You can Google that. Well, you can Google Hammerhead Production. There's pictures on Facebooks and all that. And there's pictures, website, LinkedIn, and X, talking about the African American Economic Recovery Think Tank. I just wanted to share that information with you, but the most important thing that I want to share with you is that if it's going to be, it's up to us. Don't worry about Donald Trump. Don't worry about politics. Politics matter. Okay, we do need more African Americans civic engaged. We need at least 10% in our community to be civic engaged. At the present time, we have less than 0.001 civic engagement in our community, and that's around the country, which is sad. That's sad. And then sometimes, well, most times we wonder why we in the condition that we in. Well, some of us who are concerned about what's going on want to know why we are not moving forward. Because at the present time, research shows we are regressing as a people. When my father was working, he was making about 90 cents on the dollar compared to a Caucasian with a high school diploma. Today, we're making about 53 cents on the dollar compared to a Caucasian with a high school diploma. We'll talk about that later. But right now I'm just reaching out to say we made it into 2025. Let's get busy. And because there's opportunities. Now I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Let me tell you. In Jacksonville, Florida, African Americans spend over $20 billion. We spend over, as consumers, over $20 billion. We don't own, collectively, we don't own, as far as I know, and I'm all over the city, but someone correct me, we don't own 1 3-star restaurants. I'm not even talking about 4 stars. I'm just talking about 3 stars restaurant where we can sit down and enjoy ourselves and conversate. We'll talk about that later because there are opportunities in the African American community, but we're discombobulated. That means we disorganized. I'm talking about the leadership. I'm not talking about all the citizens, all the African American citizens. We are discombobulated. Give me a second here. Let me turn this down. 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're discombobulated, people. And I'm talking about we have when it comes to leadership, the leadership in Jacksonville and around the country, African American leadership is dead. That's a fact, people. Everything that's going on in our community today is not about racism. Now, let me put the disclaimer in. Racism is still, let me back up. Covert and overt racism is still alive and well in America. But it's not a priority in our community. And what I mean by priority is further down the list. The number one hindrance in our community is ignorance. Then you got classism. It's very important, people, that we understand it. I'll be back to talk about that at a later time. Right now, I just want to say hello to my people. I want to say hello, and I want my people to understand. Brother Scott, love you. We are good people. Now, you hear about the pathology in our community and in America, but in the African American community, we have a lot of pathology. And that's because of our leadership. African American leadership is dead. They're consumed with their piece of the chicken. They ain't concerned about nobody else. Nah, they want to eat the breast of the chicken and want the rest of us to eat a hot dogs and a Coke. We'll talk about that later. Because we can change that. Because as I said many times, if it's to be, it's up to us. My mentor, Carla G. Woodson, talked about the miseducation of the Negro. The miseducation. There's two types of education, people. And I want my people. There's one thing, if nothing else out of this conversation, there's two types of education. There's career education. That's where you get a job, maintain a job, and elevate on the job. And then there are life skills. The most important is where you get from the home. What you get from the home is life skills. That's how my parents made it. My parents didn't make it no further than 6th, 7th, 8th grade and raised 14 siblings. And look at us today. 2 kids in the family, and we having a hard time. And I know why, but I'm not here to talk about that today. I'm just want to reach out and get my people to understand the most important thing at the present time is we need to rebuild our family infrastructure. That's the number one pillar of the African American economic recovery thing. There's 4 pillars. Let me put that out so we'll know what we'll be dealing with. The number one pillar is rebuilding the family infrastructure. Number 2 is Afrocentric education. Afrocentric education. We are addressing the arts, history. I'm talking about our history. And STEM or STEAM technology. Number 3, preventable health. What we can do for ourselves. Because African people eat from the trees and the ground. We are not meat eaters. We'll talk about that later. But it's things you can do for yourself to help build your body and your mind. We'll talk about that. That information already out there. If you go to the African American Economic Recovery thing, all you basically have to do is use the @ AAERTT and Google that. Use Microsoft or whatever platform you want to use, social media platform, and we'll come up. And if you have an issue and not able to reach us that way, you can just call or email, whatever work best for you. But at the present time, forgot, number 3 is collective economics. See, before post-civil rights, we was working together. We had many businesses. We had over 100 townships, economic townships, not just Wall Street. Wall Street just one. We had over 100. We had one not close for where I am in Jacksonville, Florida. It's very important, people. that we go back and check out our history. And today you have no excuse, because in our time we have all the books where you can just listen. You don't have to read. You can just listen with all the books. But we'll be talking about all that later. The most important thing is that I want to just reach out to my people and tell you, Brother Scott here, Master Musa, my African name, and Stanley Scott, my slave master name, love my people, my good people. Yes, because about 95% of our people are good people. Let me say that. Now there's some menaces in our community. We'll be addressing that later too. Because if you're not following the law, breaking the law, especially hurting your own people, we need to get rid of that person, whether you be male or female. We'll talk about that later. But the most important thing we need to do is rebuild our family. That means, parenting and co-parenting. Very important. I'm not going to take up much time here at this time here, because you can just go and Google it, all the information in me, and you can reach out and I will respond. The team will respond. But in Jacksonville, in the metro, there's over 300 African American people spending over $20 billion as consumers. Now, how much do we control? Less than 0.001. Let me say it again. How much do we control? 0.001. We'll talk about that later. But at this time, I just want to reach out and let my people know. Stay strong. That's right. Love on your family. Reach out to your family. Reach out to your community. That's all I want you to do right now. Is for us as a collective body, we need to rebuild the family infrastructure. The African American family infrastructure. That's something we all must do. And everybody can play a part. Now, once again, my name is Stanley Scott. I'm with the African American Economic Recovery Think Tank. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, sending out much love and respect. Oh, before I go, let me back up a little bit. I want to send out much love to Eunice Bonham, who's a community activist in Jacksonville. She does a great job. She not just hustling money on the people, like a lot of the non-profits. We'll talk about that later. I got Richard. Richard do a great job. Yes, he does a great job. Yes, because he keep an open mind. Yes, and he's a good debater. We got Leo, my main man. B-Son, we call him B-Son. Run the art gallery. Good people. I got my son, because I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for my son. He the one introduced me to herbalist Yakin. He's adopted now, but herbalist Yakin helped rebuild my body. That's right. By changing my diet, eating the proper food, drinking the water, just doing a little walking. Yes, eating them apples, eating them pears. Because African people are not meat eaters. Let me say again, African people are not meat eaters, especially red meat. So we have some good people to work with that help us get down the road. I'll be introducing some more good people to you, because I'm going to be checking them out, and then I want you to check them out, and then send me some feedback and let me know if you think they're good people. But it's time for us to call out people who mean us no good. And we have, when it comes to our leadership, politicians, educators, and faith-based, and some non-profits, we need to get rid of them, because all they doing is robbing our people. They bring no value to our community. So once again, I want to send love out to my good people. Eunice Bonham, my sister, much love and respect. Richard Cuff, yeah. Well, we got Pat too. Let me throw Pat McCullough in there too. It's quite a few people. Yeah, and like I said, my son. Shaka Zulu. You can check him out. He's on Facebook. And there's others. I'll be calling them out, and they're good people. Good people to know. So once again, Brother Scott here in Jacksonville, Florida, sending much love and respect to my people around the world. Stay strong. Peace.